So this is my this the strategy recap that we were talking about from where we were and the issues that we had considered it from the previous point. Uh, so we're having multiple scenarios where we can say we have this, we have that, and from the onset we can say so. This is the strategy come from this point. If you see this Birahudi, then we can see the number of trades or the opportunities that present itself in daily basis or weekly basis. We can feel it from this hand where we can say we buying, then we selling from this point. The most important thing is just remaining strictly to what we plan for. The first one, this being on Wednesday of 3rd of April this year. See this setup. It was some kind of a reversal that happened within the 2 days. So as a rule, what we do is that when we're trending down, and then we come back, we trend down, come back, then we continue. So what we're doing is to look for opportunities to continue with the trend. In other words, we call this like a trend continuation strategy where we look for pullbacks, or in other words, we call the reverse neck. So we have these points, we have every point that we have, and then uh, and then so these points for us to continue down, we have to have the three conditions being met. The first one being the wick, the wick, the the second one being the FTR, call it FTR or FTB, FTR. So FTR is this zone in between the two opposing candles. So this FTR for a week, we're looking for a week, and FTR so a week here. So for this case, we are going down, then we come back for pullback. So we have this one, and then we have the second one here, two. You can ask maybe this way that why should we didn't take it here. It's because of the nature on how the candle came back to it. For this case, the price was moving down, and then the third is the what we call the engulfing candle. That's the engulfing where it engulfs the whole candle. Let's take for example here this is an FTB with engulfing candle. Let me check for one. Uh-huh. Let me check for one. Well, basically you can say this is an engulfing candle here. This one. I mean, it engulfs the previous candle close, and then yeah. So this is the goal. Yeah, this is the pure engulfing candle, and then we can see maybe we can this was going down. This was we're doing short, so we do short here, and then this engulfing candle, but this is a form of reversal. So it is these three forms that where we set our base in the trend continuation. The second way is the reverse. How the reverse was now the trend was going this way, now it's time to reverse. So So what we do is how it behaves before it reverses. There are some of the conditions that has to be met, and those conditions we can say it's discretionary in this way that you can see one it's not it fulfills the condition that you're waiting, some will not, and that's the problem here. So for reversal, for this case, it's a reversal. Reason, the price tried to break down here, then it failed. Then in that process, it created an FTR. Then FTR, the second one, it rejected, and then it went up now. So you operate in that situation where you think this is all that we're waiting. Oh, waiting. So for this case, this a reversal with huge engulfing. As in overall rule, we don't go against the trend in this way. So say we're going up, assuming you see a candle here, we don't go against that. So for this case, it's likely precedent us for that trap. So being discretional, we will try to avoid this kind of scenario. We'll try very well. Although it presents that probability setup, but for the case of obeying our rules or staying within the limits of our strategies, that we don't just gamble in and out. So we continue. So this is the continuation. But when you see something like this one, assuming we're going down, there's likely probability where the price will do this like this one as a trend. So maybe you expect this, but it fails. So it promoted this one. So meaning this one will go down. But what you rest assured is that this thing will create something like this one. I mean, the continuation. This normally happens when there is a huge palm. Yeah, when there is a huge palm, you can do vertical, and then you can see what happens. Yeah, like you don't expect to do this. You need to sell here, the probability of it happening is equal to, I mean, it's quite low, and anything that lost probability of getting the winning trade is we ignore it or we let it pass, and then we wait for the next train. Yeah. So we continue with this phase. Uh, so now since before, and then there is something we call reverse neck. Reverse neck is the scenario where you see this case, and then this case, and then there's another one here. So this is a reverse. So instead of going up, it fails, and then the second one comes. So this will have been the perfect entry. But now until when since now we were we were heading down, and then here we were heading up. So we won't take our profit here and then we wait for the next one. So since this one fails to break down, we can call it like a maybe it was forming something like this one, the cup shape. So what we do is that maybe we can look for a setup where you can sell it here, or when first you see there's a probable setup here, and this is it in what we qualify as reverse neck. Like the price is preparing to go down, but that's refers to maybe a weak FCR or engulfing, and that's the summation. The other thing is the engulfing ones. Uh, the engulfing candle. The engulfing candle. So so we go to the next one. Observating the conditions. what we have to do is to and then we're having okay, the same combination uh, in here. Yeah, in here we have uh, side things that we can say we are having on. Yeah, so I'm trying to move from the position where we're having uh, yeah, and then we're having the scenario, okay, the whole those scenarios.